What the hell is going on here? Did I fucking do it again? I think I did it again. I think I started a new live when I was supposed to go into my existing live. Some bitch. I swear on everything holy, I don't know how to do this technology bullshit. Son of a bitch. Goddamn motherfucker. I scheduled a live and then I started another one again. Farder Marger. Well, hello, Kansas City. Okay, well, it is what it is. We're live now, so. Good evening, Conley. You guys like the stream? Huh? Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Chris. I've got about a decade in engineering. Tech confuses everybody. Don't worry about it. I do it. I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I schedule the live so that you guys can see that there's going to be one. People can be sitting in the room waiting and chatting without me before I even get there. And then I go into that live and I wind up starting a new fucking live. Happens every time. Tap the fuck out of the screen, just like on TikTok, though, please. Would you, if you guys would, please? You guys liking the live, I believe, will send the live into more people's feed. Oh, you're telling people to like the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jessica, hello. Yeah, technology. So, what do we got this Tuesday to talk about? What's on everybody's mind? We got Trump imposing new tariffs this morning on Canada and then backing off this afternoon. The Dow losing again. How many points was the Dow down today at the end of trading? Only down 478 today. An improvement. Nova Scotia, hello. You're putting something on in the background. Hello, my friend from Florida. Hello, how are you, Florida? While we're waiting for more people to get here and somebody to come up with some topics here, let's go ahead and round some edges. How likely do you think this ending in World War III is? I don't know. I doubt it's going to be some type of massive world war, but I mean, we could definitely be heading into more military conflicts in the coming years. You hella chopped grandma? That's a joint. A blunt is typically done with a cigar wrapper and has tobacco in it, along with herb. Are we winning yet? No, we're not. Helton, it's just fine. It's just fine. Oh, you couldn't see the paper? Who do you think will die first, Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Joe Biden. What's your thoughts on the military stepping in if he tries anything weird? Listen, I think he better fucking mind his P's and Q's. The Dems going alone with the CR in the House was pathetic. Elaborate. Piece of advice you'd give your younger self. Start my company earlier. Have you hit the Michigan dispensaries yet? No, I don't need to. We have legalized weed right here in Illinois. I don't need to go around the horn. 83 Dems voted yes on the CR bill today. Okay. I thought the goal was to keep the government open, but I mean, I don't know. You wish Wisconsin would legalize? I wish the federal government would legalize. That would be a nice step forward. I think everybody deserves the ability to kind of fog the brain every now and again to deal with the bullshit that we're going to have to deal with over the course of the next several years in this country and this world. Dark Star here says they're making some coffee and getting ready to go outside of my car and smoke a bong. Nice. I'm assuming you've got family members or whatnot that you can't smoke around? Or you don't have a place where you can just kind of isolate? The stock market's been going down for days now. It lost another 480 points today. Oh, you're at work. Gotcha. Tom, we go fight, man. What does that even mean? I almost don't want Trump to do anything good so he can get impeached faster. The Republicans aren't going to impeach him. Watching Tesla suffer is, I'm going to be honest with you, it's fucking enjoyable. What are my thoughts on Doug Ford's threats on the electricity? Good. He should fucking shut it off right the fuck now. Flip the switch. Are Nick/her allowed to chat here? What are we talking about? I must be missing some conversations going on in the comment section. So, what are my thoughts on atheists? Well, I am an atheist, so I kind of dig them. Good evening to you from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Good evening to you, Sherry. Canadian here. Do you think we are the next Ukraine? No. The railroad I work for has slowed way down on freight volume. All of a sudden, tariffs already hurt. It's all of a sudden, yes, and the tariffs are already hurting on a number of different avenues. Local school boards. I just read an article tonight before I came in here, literally like 3 minutes before I came in here, that the Joliet School Board is monitoring the tariffs closely because they have several projects going on, and the cost of steel is going to greatly affect how much it costs them to finish building these schools. South Fork/Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Recovering Catholic. There you go. Trump is only thinking about his legacy, right? He wants to be known as the last president to expand the physical footprint of the United States. He doesn't give a fuck if it's Greenland, Panama, Mexico, Canada. Whatever. Just so long as he can say that he expanded it. Do I think we're in a recession already? No. Yes, I saw Donald Trump turn the White House into a used but a car lot today. They rolled out some Teslas on the driveway of the White House, and they essentially did a Tesla commercial. Fucking disgusting. What's going on in Tesla House? I mean, White House? Elon Musk is watching his value plummet, and so Donald Trump is returning the favor and allowing him to use the White House to hawk Teslas. Yeah, GDP's got to drop a little bit more, and then we're going to be in a recession, but it's not there yet. We're moving in that direction, that's for certain. Where's your taco? I have no idea where your taco is. You were born in Pittsburgh, currently in Denver. Two great cities. Your personal opinion on Doug Ford flip flopping today, Tom? I think Doug Ford is playing the game with Trump, right? You're going to do something, I'm going to do it back. You're going to back off, then there's no reason for me to do it. I think Doug Ford's got Trump by the balls. On behalf of Wisconsinite mom, of a Wisconsinite mom, we are curious if it's cheaper to buy illegally or hydroponic on the street for the green stuff. Oh, it's always here. It's cheaper to buy on the street because of the taxes. You don't pay the taxes. You're confused. This person says, I'm confused. If the tax has been applied or the tariffs been applied or taken off, both. They've been applied, then taken off, then applied, then taken off, then applied, then taken off again. What did I have for dinner? We made chili tonight for dinner. So a bowl of chili. Hello from an expat in Albania, right on, 22 years away from America. Blessings and peace. Thank you very much. Nope, we had chili tonight. Does chili have tomatoes in it where we are? Yes. Your chili consists of around here, it consists of a browned ground beef, stewed tomatoes, hot chili beans, and chili seasoning. And then you dress that however you want. I put shredded cheddar cheese, little oyster crackers, and some Tabasco sauce in mine. Would love to see me shred the guitar. I don't know how to play, so that's an impossibility. Great green chili in Denver. Right on. Where did you get your Cheap Trick shirt? Just wondering if it was the same I saw in. I didn't get it from a show. I got it from Amazon. How tall are you? 5'9". I didn't know they stack shit that high. 5'9". Hello from the central coast of California. Hello, California. How do I tag you in a video? You typically just go in the comment section and you at the person's name. You used Amazon. That's no cool, man. I'm gonna fill you in on a secret. I use Amazon a lot, and Amazon is the only place where you can buy my books. I understand people's issues with Amazon, but at the end of the day, I want products that are going to be affordable and shipped right to my house. And it is where I have the ability to self-publish my books. I use Amazon all the time. When is the last time you slept under a Motel 6 sign? About 30 years ago. Love your shows. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Santiago Martinez. Central coast of Maine is where Jamie Blackwell is. Hello from Ireland. Lots of love. Despite the hate going on, absolutely. I use Amazon too. Can't boycott at all. Listen, there are that I'm like, this is a necessity for us. Amazon is a tremendous resource for us. Plus, we have an Amazon facility in town that provides jobs. Bernie Sanders for 2028? Not a fucking chance in hell am I going to be uh, getting behind Bernie Sanders in 2028. Not happening. Who do I want to be the Dem nominee in 2028? I don't know. 2028 is 4 years away. We haven't even gotten through the midterms yet. I'm not thinking about 2028. I'm thinking about the next 2 years. I'm thinking about the special elections that are coming up in the next month, where the Democrats have the ability, if they can flip some these seats, to retake the House now. It's hard to completely give up things like Amazon when there isn't a whole lot of options right now. I'll tell you what, my grocery options are expensive place, expensive place, expensive place, expensive place, Walmart. Where the fuck do you think we get our groceries? Walmart. Now we get them from a couple of different places. We get our produce and meat from Tony's, and we get our bulk shit from Walmart and Sam's Club. But you know what I mean? The Dem leader should be AOC, based on what? Well, I have a Jewel here that we can go grocery shopping on. It's double the price of Walmart almost. We have a Mariano's, double the price of Walmart. Um, where else do we have around here? We do have some Aldi's, but Aldi's does not carry what Walmart does. Yeah, I believe the 2026 midterms are going to happen. Gavin Newsom looks to be setting himself up for a 2028 run. A lot of people look to be setting themselves up for a 2028 run. I think Gavin Newsom's going to throw his hat into the ring. I think you're going to see Pete Buttigieg throw his hat into the ring. Um, I don't know if Kamala Harris is going to give it another run. My guess is we're going to see some people that we're not even thinking about right now, that are not even in the forefront, that are going to throw their hat in the ring and they're going to make some noise. Elaborate on worker self management, please. I put both of my podcasts on hold. Grateful Dad. Thank you very much for the tip. I put both of my podcasts on hold, and I'm sort of combining the two of them into this Tuesday Night Live, where we're going to have an interactive discussion about politics, and every now and again have a guest. So it's going to be a combination of what you saw in the second half podcast and what you saw on Off Topic with Tom Powell. I.e., the workers run the workplace and not the corporate managers. I mean, if that's how the managers set it up, then amen. But are you talking about giving ownership to the workers, or are you talking about just letting them manage the workplaces? Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters should have resigned from Congress fucking 2 decades ago. Thank you very much, Radkerson, for becoming a support level member. My kid ate ice cream. What now? He deserves a spank, but what? No, Tom Powell will not be running for president. That is not going to happen. Grifters that are plaguing the nerd community. I'm sorry, you're going to have to elaborate on that. Where's Mama Powell at tonight? She is at the other end of the house, chillaxing. Do you think they gonna keep pushing for a bill to let Trump run again? Yes, they will. Over the course of the next few years, there will be several attempts at passing something to get Trump to be able to run again. And the only thing that's going to be able to do that is the Constitution. Incredibly kind of Grateful Dead. Thank you very much, Paranormal Room 13. I hear Schumer will run. Let's hope he doesn't. 2028 is not 2 years and 9 months away. You try to make anti-Trump content and all you get is MAGA replies. Yeah, you're gonna start out that way until you just got to keep chugging along and chugging along and chugging along and deal with all of that bullshit, and eventually you'll have a following, and you're still gonna get the MAGA chuds. They're not gonna go away. They're on every platform. I get them over here too. I get them on Facebook. I get them on Instagram. I get them on Twitter, obviously. What is the pink hand there? I wouldn't hold your breath on Michelle Obama. I would like to see her potentially get into politics, but I wouldn't hold your breath. She has said many, many, many times how that's really not her jam. So it is what it is. It is a steal your face, but it's not a Les Paul. It's a D'Angelico. It's a D'Angelico semi hollow body with the steal your face 13-point lightning bolt right there, obviously in the red, white, and blue paint job. Was designed in conjunction with members of the Grateful Dead. They don't make them anymore, but they're not like impossible to find. If you just type into the Google the Google machine there, D'Angelico semi hollow body Grateful Dead steal your face guitar, it'll pop up. Yeah, I think Michelle wants to be left alone. Yeah. How old am I? 52. Practically 53. I'll be 53 in May. Who are these weirdos referring to another grown man as daddy? Listen, it's their thing. It's their thing. It's fucking creepy to me, but did you ever smoke cigarettes? For over 30 years. Yeah. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 13 years old, and I quit Memorial Day weekend 2020. Well, Joy, they would have to alter the Constitution to get any president to be able to run again. But the bill that the Republicans have proposed so far would set it up that only Trump could run for a third term. Obama wouldn't be qualified to. Cold turkey, yes. Kind of out of necessity. My wife had a heart attack. What's my opinion on autism awareness? I guess I really haven't given it much thought. I think awareness of any affliction is good. I think the ability to fund research for any affliction is good, but I guess I never really sit down and give individual afflictions much thought unless it's like most people, unless it's something that affects me. Do you think the Supreme Court would repeal marriage equality? Yes, I do. I don't miss cigarettes, but one of the things that I was able to keep with me post cigarette smoking is joints. So I still have the sensation of smoking, if you will. Affliction is just the term I use to describe it at this point in time. I don't know what it's technically termed. If you get time, please take a look at that message. You sent me a message. Okay. Thank you. You're just man. Well, no smoke entering your lungs is quote unquote. You were asked for your papers at a Home Depot. Interesting. It sucks that that's the kind of world we live in, but I don't even know. Like, there's no advice that somebody like me could give somebody like you. You know what I mean? What movie or show do you like but everybody else hates? I don't know if I like anything that everybody else hates. I mean, I like shows or movies that it might be a little bit more off the beaten path, but not necessarily that other people hate. I dig Four Rooms. I dig Into the Wild. I dig talking about movies here. I don't know. Mr. Carr, Aloha. Everybody likes Starship Troopers. I hate it. I've never seen it. You had to read Into the Wild for junior year. The movie is really good. I have not watched The Big Lebowski. No. Snoo? Yes, you're supposed to. Starship Troopers is a cult classic. When you're talking about cult classics, Rocky Horror Picture Show, that's a cult classic. I have not seen Canadian Bacon. Would you own a tortoise at this stage of my life? No. Like, would I have ever in my life? Who the fuck knows? I wouldn't hold your breath on the 25th Amendment. I don't see that happening. Porky's, phenomenal series. Love the Porky's franchise. Yeah, somebody just asked if I would own a tortoise. I have no idea cat sounds. It's people will ask me the most insane shit from time to time. Can you please tell us what the inventory number is for a bumper bracket for a 74 Volvo? 1941. Phenomenal movie. John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd. I just a star-studded cast up and down. Extraordinarily underrated. Ned Beatty's in it. 1941. Phenomenal movie. You got to watch it. I never got in trouble for watching or for having a Snoop Dogg tape because I was a grown ass man by that point in time. Reservoir Dogs, another phenomenal movie. Animal House, of course. Daniel Foley, I don't know too much about many of those groups. I'd have to sit down and look into them. Godfather 1 and 2, phenomenal movies. Godfather 1, greatest movie of all time. Never saw Get Shorty. Well, hello, Lanny. Welcome in. Porky's the Next Day has to be. I don't know, the original Porky's just has so many classic scenes. What? Froze. Did the live freeze for you? If the live froze for you, go out and come back in, please. Klaus on Netflix. Okay, you'll have to remind me of that. Brian Gonzalez, thank you very much for the tip. Greatly appreciated. You're breaking up, Captain. Please go out and come back in. Airplane, all-time classic. Hang on one second. Let's see if that helps. Matthew V, can you please elaborate? What are you talking about? I haven't been keeping up with the news. What's going on? Were you ever bullied at any point in your life? Of course. Have you ever been arrested? Yes. Daniel Jones got signed by the Colts. Interesting. The Jerk with Steve Martin. All-time classic movie. I am always streaming from my phone. I make all my videos from my phone. I go live from my phone always. The Naked Gun trilogy was okay for me. I mean, it was just okay. Spies Like Us was phenomenal, yes. Stripes, phenomenal. Anyway, as I started the podcast, the live, by saying we're back into the whiplash motion, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, with the tariffs. We just had new tariffs put on this morning, and they've already been taken off by this afternoon. I don't know where the economy is going to go. I know this: inflation is up, cost of goods is up, the stock market is cratering, and we're in a trade war with multiple countries. Those are not good things. What the fuck? Is a taco a sandwich? No. Looking for fair deals? Well, the deal that we have with Canada and Mexico was put in place by Trump. So if he doesn't believe that the deal is fair, he shouldn't have fucking signed it. Get Shorty? I've not seen Get Shorty. Dazed and Confused is a true cult classic. You're welcome, MM. Bingman, hello. I know a guy with 300 chicken who has been selling eggs. Jesus. I've never seen the Kentucky Fried movie. Caddyshack, great movie. It will be interesting to see how the new PM-elect Carney deals with Trump. Well, he came out right from the gate and basically told Trump he's not going to fucking tolerate this. What device am I streaming from? My iPhone. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. The Birdcage, Robin Williams. Absolutely great movie. Absolutely, just hilarious movie. But there was another subject that I was going to bring up, politically speaking, and it's at the tip of my tongue, and I can't fucking remember it. I've never seen Dumb and Dumber. What? Smoke another one and it'll come to you, right? Man, I'm telling you. You want to see what tacos? I don't have any tacos for you to see. We call this Taco Tuesdays with Tom because it's Tuesday and I love tacos. That doesn't mean that I'm sitting here with a plate of tacos. As a matter of fact, I had a bowl of chili for dinner tonight before the live. Do you think we will get through the next 4 years? Yes, but not without a shit ton of pain. In many cases, the pain is going to be economic. In some cases, the pain, depending on who you are, might actually be physical. But there's going to be pain, no doubt about it. Thoughts on hip hop? Revolutionary. I'm still a rock guy, but without a question of a doubt, changed the face of music forever. And the way that the genre got its name is phenomenal. From rapper's delight, taken off. I was not in the circus. That is incorrect. I was never in the circus. I did work for a carnival for 1 year, but never in the circus. No, I just call it Taco Tuesdays with Tom because I do it on Tuesdays, and I love tacos. I love tacos so much that that's what my license plate says. Tacos. That is how hip hop got its name. The song "Rapper's Delight" from the Sugar Hill Gang. That part of that song goes a hip hop, a hippie to the hip hop, hip to the, anyway, people were going into record stores and asking if they had that hippity hop song. That's how hip hop got its name. Happy birthday to you, and you have to wait another year, minimum. You like burritos more than tacos? Hey, to each their own, right? I fucking love burritos. Um, is there a Chicago deep dish Thursday? Fuck no, because Chicago deep dish sucks. Yes, a hip hop, a hippie to the hip hop. Don't stop. Yeah, kids would walk into stores and they would say, "Can I? Do you have that hip hop song?" It was all over the radio. Do you have that hip hop song? And so the name hip hop was born. Um, little cool bits of rock and roll history and factoids like that fascinate the living shit out of me. Like the brown M and M's, right? Everybody knows about the brown M and M's in Van Halen. What was the relationship you had with your oldest daughter's mother? I knew her for a night. Jordan, hello. That's my son doing laundry or litter boxes. No, Sherry didn't. That's how I didn't find out about her until literally decades later. Do I like Eminem? He's all right. Blood pudding and cottage cheese. Jesus Christ. After I dropped out of high school, I did not go back to school. After my daughter Magnolia was born, who I thought was my first child, I went back and got my GED, my good enough diploma, but that's the extent of going back to school I did. Unless it was like, I went to several seminars and got various certifications and whatnot for landscaping throughout my career, but hello, Roscoe from Vermont. Did you meet at Burning Man? No. Beatles or Rolling Stones? I would probably say I'm more of a Beatles fan than a Rolling Stones fan, but I think that the Beatles kind of creeped that door open for rock and roll, and then the Rolling Stones came along and kicked the motherfucker the rest of the way in. the Eminem thing with Van Halen was to see exactly the contracts that Van Halen would put together for the various places that they were playing, the venues that they were playing, were very complicated, and they wanted to make sure that the producers of the shows were reading the entire contract rider. And so they would put deep, very deep into the contract, they would put that there were to be no brown M&Ms backstage. And if they found brown M&Ms backstage, then they knew that the promoter of the show didn't read the whole fucking contract, and that was how they test them. The Van Halen brothers were incredibly gifted musically, but they were motherfuckers from a business standpoint. Mike, it was a combination. It was a combination. I got into about a dozen. How am I? I am fine, Kevin. Thank you very much. Did you go to Woodstock? No, as I was not born yet. Woodstock happened in August of 1969. I was born in May of 1972. Do I like CCR? Of course. Yeah, CCR is a good band. Just a gigolo everywhere I go. Uh, can I talk a little bit about organizing things offline? I think we all need to support you so that you can organize the online effort. So organize what offline? You're just a kid. Yep, I'm going to be 53 in May. What do I think about Dio? I think he had an incredible voice. Uh, you're 36. You just heard stories. Gotcha. No worries. You were born May 10th. May has historically been an extraordinarily busy month for us. I was born in May. Our daughter Magnolia was born in May. My wife and I met each other in May. We moved in with each other in May. We got married in May. Um, you got Mother's Day thrown in there. You've got the fact that softball was in full swing in May, and we had two girls that played travel softball. You factor in the fact that that was the busiest month of the year for landscaping, and that's what I did for a living. May was fucked for us. Thank you for all your content. You're welcome. Thank you very much. What are my thoughts on Elon Musk and Doge? I think they're incredibly dangerous. Incredibly dangerous. They need to be stopped, and I don't know how it happens. Organize protests for people. I don't know that I'm the right person to be organizing protests for folks. How is Lily doing at UIC? She's doing quite well at UIC. She's in her second year at UIC. I don't know. She's got what couple of months left, a month and a half left of her sophomore year, and then she'll be down to 2 years. She'll be back here in a couple of months for the summer break. Do I think MAGA ends when Trump is gone? For a little, no, not for a while. They won't, but then they'll kind of fade away and they'll morph into something else. Remember, MAGA used to be the Tea Party, and then they morphed into MAGA, and now they'll morph into something else. Have I ever been particularly fond of a Trump policy? There might have been one or two in there. I can't think of one off the top of my head. One can only hope, Cat Sounds. One can only hope. Baron of Doom, yes, I do believe so. She's in, Mike, she's in the other room. Are you a fan of Billy Joel? He's aight. He's aight. When did Trump have a policy? And that's a good point. Do you still have an open truck? I have trucks I'm selling. If you're interested in buying some trucks. As a Canadian, it can definitely be repaired. Yes, it'll take a lot of it. It'll take a ton of work. We are causing immense damage to our relationships worldwide. Guys, keep tapping the fuck out of the screen if you could, please, and share the live with other people. Just let people know. Concepts of a policy, yes. You're selling a 2020 Ram. Good luck. Am I getting out of the trucking game? We're selling off the inventory that we have, the assets that we have that don't currently do anything. We have open trucks and they're just sitting there, and there's no point in letting them sit there. We might as well roll them over, and I think trucking is about ready to get fucked in the ass anyway. So, we'll see. Irish cabbie wants to see an animal. They're all with her. Who is the greatest rapper? I don't know, man. Do we have DM on YouTube? I don't know. You gonna have some ice cream, my car? Right on. Go have some. What outdated gadgets do you miss? What outdated gadgets do you miss? That's a good question. What outdated gadgets do I miss? I don't know. Definitely not CDs. No. Mr. Microphone? Fuck no. Walkman? No. Everything's digital. Everything's digital, and I like my music digital. I like my music in the palm of my hand. I can play it anywhere, anytime. Computers that don't have Bluetooth. Payphones. That's an interesting one, right? Okay, here's an outdated gadget that I actually miss. Here's one. I'm trying to think. I'm like, well, no, this is better than the old way. This is better than the old way. Here's one that I miss. I miss turning the bright lights on with my left foot. Click, 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 click. I miss that, and I miss them little fucking triangle windows on the door that you opened up the fucking ash out of. The thing that your dad opened up on a road trip to give you fresh air. I miss those. Those things I miss. I don't miss needing two keys to get into the car, one to lock it and one to start it. I don't miss filling up the tank behind the license plate, but slamming a phone when you're angry. Now there's a good one. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh my God, yes, both of those. Yes, exactly. I miss the tube TVs, just the change it to a fix. You're not old enough, but cars had push button shifting on the dashboard. I've seen those, yes. I don't know that I would miss those because I didn't really experience those. Just like I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I missed something like 3 on the tree or something like that. But I always thought that the high beams on the floor was nifty. Yeah. Touch tone phones. Yeah, I mean, a dial tone. Yes. So the Radio Chaos says that they missed the clapper. The modern day clapper is your Alexa device, your smart plugs. BlackBerry phones. Now they were the shit. They were the shit. I'll tell you that. Those were the shit, man. I remember back in the day, driving around from job site to job site. I was a project manager. I was managing multiple job sites, and if there's two things that I always had on me, it was a goddamn BlackBerry phone and several several, blueprint tubes with plans for different job sites. And, goddamn, the number of hours I have spent unrolling a set of prints on the hood of the truck on a job site. Are you afraid of death? Yeah. Elon's team is shutting down Social Security offices in my city. Yeah, they're going after all of it, man. They're going after all of it. By the way, if you happen to have a Sam's Club or a Costco near you, both of them sell this device, and they're fucking phenomenal. They come in these little plastic, not little, but big plastic tubs with a shitload of them in there. Brownie bites. You know what I'm saying? Did I just see something on there? Am I seeing things? Brownie bites. I thought I saw it too, Miss Pixel, but it's not there. Jewel has them too, but they're way more expensive at Jewel. Way more. Like crazy mad expensive. I've never gotten an angry comment from a conservative because they thought I was on their side. I get angry comments from conservatives every day because they don't like what I have to say. Right on, Eli. Chris, special brownies are key. Do you like poker? No. We had the Nextels as well. I go back with Nextel all the way to when they were truck based, before they were portable. It was essentially like a CB that was mounted in the truck, underneath the dash on the floor, and you had to be in the truck in order to speak to anybody. But that was the original. That was way back in the day when Nextel. So you parked your truck as close to where you were working as possible. You turned that volume all the way up, and you left the door open so you could hear it. How can Republicans, even MAGA, watch what's happening in the market crash and be like, yeah, I'm cool with this? Because they're in a cult. And I know that is driven home 10 bazillion times and sometimes gets redundant, but it's true. They are in a cult. They will go along with anything he says, even if it's bad for them. Yes, they think it's four-dimensional chess when it's really playing checkers with a fucking pigeon. If Donald Trump told them to eat a bag of shit, they would do it. They would. They would. Hellfire, you have to understand that in most cults, most of the people never wake up and realize that they're in a cult, right? You have Jonestown. You have the Haley Bop comment, where I believe they all killed themselves as well. You have the people at Ruby Ridge who had to stand off with the fucking, and less of a cult, but with the police, and that tragedy. You had Waco, Texas, right, where they stayed in there with them all the way through the fucking tank coming to the front door. Heaven's Gate, sorry. How do I keep sane? Well, there are multiple methods, but primarily, Sherry, I try to. I really do. TikTok as well. There are so many comments. So Renee really does help out quite a bit by going through a lot of the comments and trying to reply to people from time to time, trying to point out comments that I should focus on. But there are so many. Do I like Metallica? No, I'm not going to go halves with you on a $20,000 Scorpion tank. That's just not going to happen. That's crooked again, motherfucker. Flock of Seagulls, the one-hit wonder from the early '80s. Metallica was your very first concert. Is that Jason Newsted? That's Cliff Burton, the major rager on the four-string motherfucker. Hang on a second. Dude, when did you get the metal steely above the Marley mask? A follower of mine cuts things out of steel with fire, and he made that and sent it to me. Yeah, he did a video on showing him cutting it out, and I duetted it, but it was fucking eons ago, man. Months ago. You're debating on going to the Metallica show in May. Did you grow your own weed? Oh, once upon a time I did. Fucking lifetime ago. My girlfriend and I saw Iron Maiden back up Judas Priest in Providence, Rhode Island in 1982. That girlfriend has been my wife for 40 years. Right the fuck on, man. You're going to go refute Republican talking points on other channels? Absolutely, amen. Yeah, the West Virginia Oath Keeper is never going to come to Canada. That's never going to be a thing. The West Virginia Oath Keeper is a guy that wanders around the fucking woods playing toy soldier. He's not going to do anything. Did you grow your own beard? Yes, I did grow the own beard. I know that that's not what you were asking. That's how you read that. I'm just responding to it anyway. Love Rush. Never had a chance to see them. Do you think there's anything Trump could do that MAGA would turn against him for? I I don't know. I get a feeling that MAGA is going. I've talked about this before. I get a feeling that MAGA is going to. It's going to take a minute, but once this whole Trump thing is over the following couple of years, you're going to see MAGA. You're going to find less and less people that actually supported Donald Trump. I never really supported him. No. He was just better than the Democratic option, and it's going to be it's going to be one of those scenarios. Well, I didn't actually ever really support him. I just couldn't bring myself to vote for the Democrat. Oh, really? Is that why you had 37 Trump signs and 12 Trump flags and a tattoo of Trump? I'm just saying. Maybe if he came for their guns. Yes, maybe if he came for their guns, that might be something that they would freak out about. Who is dumber, El Bass or West Virginia Oath Keeper? West Virginia Oath Keeper. El Bass is pretty fucking stupid, but West Virginia Oath Keeper by far. I used to support him, and then I realized I messed up. Uh, Thank you for coming around, I guess. Favorite music from Chicago. From Chicago. So I really like Poi Dog Pondering. They're from Chicago. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, please do so. Naked Ray Gun, obviously, is one of my favorite Chicago area bands. If you haven't heard Naked Ray Gun, you should. Uh, I mean, of course, you have the Smashing Pumpkins are from the Chicagoland area. Um, the Bad Examples are from Chicago. Probably Naked Ray Gun. Probably Naked Ray Gun. Styx, obviously, yes, from Chicagoland. There have been a ton of great acts from Chicagoland. Don't get me wrong. Kobe Bryant is better than LeBron James, or was better than LeBron James. Yes, that is exactly what Donald Trump is trying to sell the American people right now. Before the election, he said that the market was going up because they anticipated he was going to win. Now that he's won, the market is going down because Joe Biden. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It defies logic. An 80-year-old veteran chained himself to a signpost outside the White House. Jesus. That is somebody that's fucking committed to the cause, huh? I don't know if MAGA will eat itself. I just think that you're gonna have less and less people claim to be people that came from this movement in the future. There's gonna be they're gonna want to distance themselves from the insanity that is Trumpism, and some of them are just not going to be able to. Good morning. Oh, you're in Australia, or they're in Australia. My apologies. I was going to say good morning. It is 8 p.m. here. I go till 8:30, so just a heads up. But yeah, it's definitely not morning here. Thank you very much, Yola. I don't know that the Trump tattoo on the forehead was real. I think that was marker. Yeah, house music obviously been around. It's midday in Sydney. Gotcha. You wish that you had Trump in England? Well, I'll tell you what. We are more than willing to let you have him. If you want him over in England, you can have him by all means. You don't even have to offer us anything in return. Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Wow. There's a band I haven't heard in a hot minute. Yeah, we'll pay for him to get over there. We'll fuel up the jet. We'll have him there tonight. Just tell us when you got a room ready. Could we pay the bloke to take him? Oh, good lord! If only it was that easy. Texas is so big, it's in 2 time zones. I'm an hour behind Central Daylight. Somebody retracted their message. I didn't know that was a thing. West Warwick now, Sister Infantry. Hell has dibs on Trump. Gotcha. Have you ever seen an American president affect the whole world like Trump, good or bad? Well, yeah. I mean, presidents have had an effect on the entire world. I would argue that George W. Bush had an effect on the entire world when he started the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Um, I would argue that presidents that have presided over the country during wartime have had an effect on the whole world. I would argue that the presidents that have presided that have guided us through things like the Great Depression and things like that have affected the whole world. Uh, Trump is another one that has affected the whole world, but he's definitely not in a class of his own. He's in a class of his own for the things that he's done, but not that he has affected the whole world. If that makes sense. He's in a class of his own because he's the only president in American history to try and overthrow his own government. He's in a class of his own because he's the only president that I can think of in American history that bows to our enemies and treats our allies like shit. He's the only president in American history, to my knowledge, to be owned by an adversary, Russia. He's the only president to be impeached twice. He's the only president to violate the emoluments clause every day that he's in office. He's the only president to have felony convictions. He's the only president to be charged after office. He's the only president uh, uh, getting billions of dollars, whose family is getting billions of dollars post presidency. I mean, greatest president of my lifetime. I've said this before. That's a toss up between Obama and Nixon. People in other countries being Trump fans, it's crazy. It just shows that it's just a fucking cult. Trump is not going to be impeached by his own party. That's just never going to happen. If the Democrats can take the House back, then he might be. What breed of dog do we have? We have a yellow lab. Our last Democratic governor left in 2011. We were 17th in education under GOP leadership. We're now 49th. Neither can run for a third term. Did JFK get killed from the Iranians? I don't think so. Do I think the Russians have Trump blackmailed with compromising video? I think it's possible. I think that they have him blackmailed from a financial standpoint. I think that he's been getting all of his financing from them for years, and he is beholden to Russian oligarchs. I think they own him. Okay, so no hate on Nixon, but how can you say Nixon was better than Clinton or Obama? I didn't say he was better. I said that it would be a toss up between Obama and Nixon. So I guess I was saying he was better than Clinton. Once again, Richard Nixon should be remembered for the horrific things that he did, but you also have to take a look at the good things that Richard Nixon did. And once again, just let me give you some things that Richard Nixon did. Richard Nixon ended the military draft and put us on an all volunteer military. That is crucial, right? Richard Nixon did that. Richard Nixon signed Title IX, women in college sports. Richard Nixon founded the EPA, Clean Air and Clean Water. Richard Nixon founded OSHA, Safe Workplace Environment. He dedicated the first $100 million to fight cancer, which in the late 60s was insane. The first president to recognize China as a nation. 4 Supreme Court justices in 1 term. Remember, he had to step down at the beginning of his 2nd term. That's a fucking a progressive's wet dream. OSHA, the EPA, Title IX, and the military draft, fund cancer research. I mean, no. I know, Matthew. I'm just saying. It's just that's why I say that it's got to be between him and Obama. Russia didn't choose Trump on a whim. They knew his type can easily be bought. Exactly. He was in desperate need of financing, and they understand that the narcissistic personality that he has allows him to be easily influenced by platitudes and throwing money around and shit like that. And here we are. Hello, Argentina. Can't say as I've ever heard of anybody in the room from Argentina. Reagan couldn't get elected today. No, he couldn't. But then again, a lot of people couldn't get elected today. But yeah, Reagan definitely couldn't get elected today. Thank you, Jason W. The U.S. was added to the global human watch list. Yes, we are on a human rights watch list now. Month and a half into the Trump presidency. A month and a half into the Trump presidency, and the stock market has lost 3,000 points. Unemployment is up. Inflation is up. Cost of goods is up. We're in a trade war with damn near every country on the fucking planet. Thousands of people are losing their jobs. 6,000 veterans have already lost their jobs. The federal government has announced that they're going to cut another 80,000 people from the VA. The VA is the number 1 employer of veterans in the country, so more veterans are going to lose their fucking job. It's fucking insanity. It's fucking insanity. Trickle-down economics was what? Coined by Will Rogers in the 30s. I don't give a shit who coined it. I just give a shit who still believes that it is real and beneficial and works. Listen, at the end of the day, oh, look at this crazy lib channel I stumbled on. Well, here's the deal, Beer 30. Luckily for you, not only am I a full-time content creator, but I'm a part-time life coach, so I'm here to help you. And all you need to do is take this portion of your finger, any finger, really. I mean, hell, you could use one of your toes. You could use the head of your dick if you wanted to. And you lightly place it against the camera screen, and then you just swipe. And you don't have to be here. See, there is no law or rule or mandate that makes you stay here. So get stepping. Voodoo economics, indeed. It's all a proven failure. Am I on Bluesky? Yes. If you go to any one of my videos, any one of my most recent videos anyway, here on this channel, YouTube, you're going to see in the description links to everything. Links to my Bluesky, links to my Instagram, links to my Facebook, links to my Clapper, links to my Snapchat, Bluesky, Threads, Twitter, a link to my website, link on where you can get my books, links to my merch store, links to my CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal. I forget what other links are there now, but they're all in the descriptions of every one of my videos. I post a new video and you'll see them all there in the description. It's entertaining to watch the left melt after the last 4 years you all gave us, but we're not melting. The people that are melting are the people that voted for Donald Trump and are now making social media content pissing and moaning about how this isn't what they voted for. Nobody's melting here, Sweet Pea. Yeah, he can't leave. He hasn't quite figured out the scroll option. He thinks it's entertaining, so let him be entertained. I contemplate where we go post-Trump era. Listen, who the fuck knows, man? The post-Trump era isn't going to kick off for 4 years. So, Lord knows what the country's going to look like by that point in time. Don't they all, Sherry? Don't they all? MAGA, go buy your Tesla. Yeah, Elon Musk really didn't play that one too well, did he? Right? I mean, who has historically bought Tesla vehicles? Has it been MAGA or has it been people on the left? It's been people on the left that want electric vehicles. MAGA isn't the one that has been buying Teslas. And then what does this fucking guy do? He goes and he aligns himself with MAGA and Donald Trump, who wants to end the EV mandate and get rid of electric vehicles. So MAGA already isn't buying his cars, or wasn't buying his cars, and now the left doesn't want to buy his cars, which is why you're seeing his sales tank, which is why you're seeing, in Germany, his sales are down 76%, and in this country they're down 86%, and in this country they're down 64%. It's why the president had to turn the White House into a Tesla commercial today. He had to roll out Tesla cars on the driveway of the White House and allow Elon Musk to hawk his EVs. Think about that. Today, Donald Trump, the man who pisses and moans about electric vehicles more than any fucking politician I know, today turned the driveway of the White House into a Tesla commercial. When do you go live on TikTok, sir? I don't go live on TikTok anymore. I go live here on YouTube. I make content every day on TikTok. But you go live on TikTok and some fucking scumbag Trumper that doesn't like you can just report the live and the system takes it down. They're much more resilient over here on YouTube about shit like that. So I don't go live on TikTok anymore. George Carlin's perspective on what is currently happening would be greatly welcomed right now. Greatly welcomed. Tuesday is pizza day. Then dig on some pizza, brother. Oh yeah, we're going to use tax dollars to buy some Teslas now for various government officials, for the military. You watch, we're going to be buying Teslas now. Elon's babysitter is terrible at selling cars. I really love what you do, Tom. I look forward to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that share. This person hasn't bought Goya since the whole Goya. I don't know if you guys remember the Goya incident with him standing, Ivana Trump, Goya. Daniel Foley, take a moment to Google Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, Goya, and then go down that rabbit hole. Or look it up on TikTok, right? Or even here on YouTube. I do not have advice for a trans teen in a red state. You should talk to your parents, your support group. Don't take advice from me online, please. Goya is a series of Mexican food that the Trumps pushed when a rival Mexican food brand didn't like him. It's what they always do. What's my take on Trump's mother? Clearly, she wasn't a good mother, or her son wouldn't have grown up to be what he is. Yeah, I don't know. Trumping bean farts? Police motor pool can't work on Tesla. Yeah, that doesn't mean that the federal government isn't going to be buying a shitload of Teslas just to appease Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Did you see the Apprentice movie? No, I did not. 10 minutes ish, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes. Trump's mom should have used the pill. She should have fucking swallowed, is what she should have done. Save the world. You know what I mean? Do I think that we will see a third world war or a second civil war first? That is an interesting question. Third World War. Third World War for sure. I think Third World War before a second Civil War. They're. Oh, gotcha. Never mind. Do you think Kamala Harris will run for president in 2028? I don't know. Trump's mom did halfway swallow. That's how we got Trump. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. The best part of Trump ran down the crack of his mama's ass and wound up as a brown stain on the mattress, if I could paraphrase a movie. I believe Kamala is going to make a run for governor of California as well. Yes. Was that an incest joke? No, it wasn't. It was saying when Trump's dad fucked Trump's mom and ultimately inseminated her, that the best parts of Trump ran down the crack of his mom's ass and wound up as a brown stain on the mattress. Not that Trump was having relations with his mom. No. The good DNA didn't stay in her. Yes, R. Lee Emery said it on Full Metal Jacket when he was greeting the incoming cadets or whatever they call them. Looks like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mom's ass and wound up as a brown stain on the mattress. How tall are you? 5'6", 5'7". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to sneak an inch on me here somewhere? AOC is not ready to be president. AOC is not ready to be president, man. Stop. Just seriously, she's not fucking ready. Excellent. Yes, Mr. Okay. Mr. Darkhawk 1972 says so Trump was the super immoral version of Danny DeVito in Twins. Exactly. And all the crap that was left over went into what you see in the mirror every day. What about Bernie? Give it up on Bernie, okay? Seriously. Bernie's never going to be president. And he needs to fucking stop trying. Take down glasses off because it's annoying, old man? Fuck you. There's my reply. Yes, Biff from Back to the Future is based on Trump. Yes, that is a true story. AOC could be Gavin Newsom's running mate in 2028. She could be. I don't know that that would necessarily be a great pick for him. Does he need help in New York? No. Does she really truly help him with progressives? Maybe. But once again, 2028 is so far away. We got to stop talking about 28. I could do more content on it, Mike C. Yeah, let's focus on 2026. I mean, we still have 3 special elections coming up next month, wherein the Democrats could regain the House of Representatives here in the next month. So let's focus on those, and then focus on the midterms, and then once we get through the midterms, then we can begin talking about the next election. Thank you very much, Doc's Counteraction, for becoming a support level member. We need the Dems to move further to the left. That's the only way. No, that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. Most of America is in the middle. They just are. And when we go far right and far left is when the political pendulum swings out of control. And you want to keep losing elections, keep going for the left. That's what's going to happen. Fucking door is making a weird noise. 5 minutes, boys and girls. We're looking at 5 minutes here. Jasmine Crockett is amazing and incredible and insanely charismatic, brilliant. Has really great positions. I don't know that she's ready either. Listen. I think the world and the country should be ready, right? I know I sure as fucking ready. But what has this country shown you in 2 of the last 3 election cycles? We've had 2 of the most qualified women that America has to offer be the Democratic nominee, and the country still went with Donald Trump. This country is still so fucking regressive. Epstein files info. It should all be released, every bit of it. 5 minutes until we wrap up this live. 4 minutes now. Until we wrap up this live, I go put my feet up and proceed to get higher than eagle titties. I've just been sort of passively rounding the edges with you folks here while we converse over the course of the last hour and a half. But I don't think conservatives did win by going far right. How often are you on a live? Well, I now have a regular schedule of going live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central. Every now and again, I will sprinkle in an impromptu live during the day here or there. Would you piss on Epstein's grave? I wouldn't bother to make the trek to do it. Totally understand, Tia. Totally understand that. I'm already above FAA regulations and still below SpaceX blowing up. What the hell? But if you happen to be in the neighborhood, yeah, I mean, why not? California, how you doing, brother? Thank you for your time and effort. Great work. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. No problem, Yola. No problem. Trump keeps bringing up Joe and Obama. Yesterday he went on a posting rampage and he was talking about the fucking Daytona 500 from a fucking month ago. There's a guy in here going by the name of Vito Burrito. I want you just kid. Before we wrap up, we've been going for an hour and a half. Before we wrap up here, I want you to take a moment and I want you to appreciate that. There is a motherfucker in the room right now. And forgive me for calling you motherfucker. That's not meant derogatory. There's a motherfucker in the room right now going by the name of Vito Burrito. Vito Burrito. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking spectacular. Anyway, y'all, next Tuesday, 7 o'clock, come with some topics. I'm going to start working on some guests every now and again to sprinkle into these things, but I don't want guests to be an every week kind of thing by any stretch of the imagination. Because I want the interaction with the audience for the most part on these Tuesday lives. But we need to start covering more of the news topics of the week. Come with some topics next Tuesday, and we're going to do this again at 7 p.m. Central Time every Tuesday, unless I'm sick, on vacation, or it falls on a fucking holiday or some shit where it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's Christmas Day on a Tuesday. I'm not going live. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So anyway, I'm going to take this joint down to the other end of the house, lay in bed next to my wife, do some doom scrolling, get higher than eagle pussy, and upload today's videos that were created for your viewing enjoyment here on YouTube tomorrow. Having said that, hasta lasagna. Don't get any on you.